Savannah Chrisley's shocking claims against sentencing judge. Savannah Chrisley has seemingly put her parents in hot water with her words recently. Many people believe that Savannah's mouth has caused some problems for her mom, Julie Chrisley, in the prison system. Now she's slamming the sentencing judge and prosecution online. Continue reading to see what fans think about Savannah's latest rant. Savannah Chrisley calls prosecution uneducated following resentencing. Over the weekend, Savannah took to Instagram to share a video of herself talking about her mother's recent resentencing hearing. Julie Chrisley appeared in an Atlanta courtroom last week to be resentenced. However, the judge deemed her original sentence of 7 years to be sufficient for the crimes in question. There were plenty of signs that this would be the case before the judge handed the new sentence down. The government even suggested that the judge uphold the original sentence before the hearing date. Despite that, Savannah Chrisley continued to hope for the best. When her mom didn't receive any kind of reduction, the Chrisley Knows Best star was obviously upset. But what made her even angrier was that the judge seemed to be making personal remarks in court. Outside the courthouse, Savannah and the family attorney, Alex Little, addressed what happened. Apparently, the judge made several comments directed at Savannah, the television show, the podcast, and the kids, Chloe and Grayson Chrisley. Savannah went on to call the judge and prosecution uneducated and claimed they would continue to appeal the court's decision. Savannah isn't done ranting about injustice yet. In her latest video on Instagram, Savannah talks about the resentencing hearing once again. She goes on a bit of a rant. In the clip, she says that it was a hard pill to swallow, hearing that her mother's original sentence was upheld. On top of that, Savannah Chrisley pointed out that the overall amount that Julie was responsible for was shown to be reduced from $17 million to $4.7 million. Most people would think that would result in a reduction in her sentence, but that's not how things played out in court. Savannah went on to say that she was in shock when the judge began commenting on the television show and accusing her of not caring for the kids' emotional well-being. She said that she is going to continue to fight corruption in the system because she has nothing left to lose at this point. In the caption, she wrote, "Thank you for loving and standing by us. The fight is not over." Many people think that Savannah's constant public remarks about the justice system may be having an impact on Julie's experience. It was just revealed that she'd have to take the long route back to custody after leaving Atlanta. One person took to Reddit to discuss her latest rant. This time she is again going after the judge in the resentencing hearing, stating the judge is uneducated and that Fulton County is causing the problem. They wrote. While many of the comments on Savannah's Instagram are supportive, Reddit users weren't so nice. "Lol, yes, I'm sure the judge is not nearly as educated with the court system as Savannah," one person commented. Another wrote, "It's not lost on me she is plotting and scheming. This is the same behavior that led to her parents' downfall. She is playing a dangerous game that will backfire eventually." Savannah Chrisley has never been one to shy away from sharing her thoughts, but her latest claims against the judge who sentenced her parents, Todd and Julie Chrisley, have left fans and legal analysts stunned. In an explosive interview, Savannah opened up about what she perceives as glaring injustices in the case, making shocking allegations that have the potential to shake the very foundation of her family's ongoing legal battle. For those unfamiliar with the situation, Todd and Julie Chrisley were convicted of bank fraud and tax evasion, and in November 2022, they were sentenced to a combined 19 years in prison. The reality TV stars, once known for their lavish lifestyle and sharp wit on Chrisley Knows Best now find themselves in the middle of a legal nightmare that has only deepened the turmoil within the Chrisley family. As their daughter, Savannah, deals with the aftermath, She's now claiming that the judge overseeing the case wasn't entirely fair or even impartial. ###a family torn apart. Savannah's voice trembled as she detailed her family's plight during a recent podcast episode, where she addressed the sentencing of her parents with raw emotion. "It feels like we're being punished twice," Savannah began. "Not only have I lost my parents to a system that I truly believe got it wrong, but now I'm watching the ripple effects of that decision tear my family apart." But what really sent shockwaves through the audience was Savannah's claim that the judge overseeing her parents' sentencing had deep-seated biases that influenced the outcome. "I'm not going to sugarcoat it," Savannah said bluntly. "I believe the judge came into the courtroom with their mind already made up. There was no real consideration of the evidence, no real interest in the truth. My parents were convicted before they even had a chance to defend themselves properly." ###claims of judicial misconduct. The most staggering accusation Savannah made was her assertion that the judge might have had a personal agenda against her parents. According to her, there were moments during the trial when the judge's behavior raised eyebrows, moments that made it seem like the case was personal. "We have reason to believe that the judge had it out for my family from the start. There were rulings that just didn't make sense, objections that should have been sustained, evidence that wasn't even allowed to be presented," Savannah explained. She also raised concerns about the judge's treatment of her parents during sentencing. When the sentence was handed down, it was almost like the judge was delivering a message, not just a sentence. "I can't help but feel that my family was being made an example of, and I think that's wrong. No one should be treated like that in a court of law, no matter who you are." While she didn't provide specifics about what personal vendetta the judge might have had, Savannah hinted that her family's fame and public persona could have played a role. "We're not blind to the fact that our family has been in the spotlight for years," she admitted. "But being a public figure shouldn't mean that you're treated differently in the courtroom. We deserved a fair trial, just like anyone else." ###the impact on Savannah's mental health. Savannah has been the glue holding her family together during this difficult time, but she admitted that the strain of the trial and the subsequent sentencing has taken a significant toll on her mental health. "I've always been strong for my family, but this is breaking me down in ways I never expected," she shared. "I'm dealing with anxiety, sleepless nights, and constant fear for my parents' safety and well-being." She also revealed that her parents' incarceration has left her to take on a parental role for her younger siblings, a responsibility she feels ill-equipped for. "I'm 26 years old, and now I'm raising my brother and niece. I wasn't prepared for this," she said, her voice breaking. "I'm trying to stay strong for them, but some days it's overwhelming. And to know that this might all be because of a biased judge, it's almost too much to bear."